Let's add some creative details to finish up our sugar skulls. You can use the idea sheets to help you decide what to put on your face and also in the background. I'm starting off by just cutting out some shapes with my scissors. You can cut out some flowers or some leaves or any shape you want, hearts. And you can do this by drawing it first, or you can even do our folding trick where you fold a piece of paper in half and draw half of a shape, and then you cut along the pencil lines, and then boom, you have a quick little flower by only doing half the work. You can also cut out or draw some simple leaves. So when we're adding leaves and flowers, we are adding organic shapes. You can put two pieces of paper together and cut out twice as many leaves at the same time, or you can just do one at a time if you choose. You can put these decorations that I'm showing you today on your skull, on the face of your skull, or you can actually just put them in the background to fill up the negative space. You can also make a fancy flower by drawing or tracing a big old circle with a bottle cap and then using fancy scissors to cut them out. That makes it look so much more interesting just by adding a new tool. And then you can cut out a little circle of a different color, and then you have flower with a pollen center. I just love it. And you can choose to put these things anywhere. As I'm cutting things, I like to place them down just to see how it's going to look. And I'm also using space when I do this because I'm figuring out what's going to be left empty and what's going to have space on it. Filled space with objects is called positive space. Empty space is called negative space. I can't let you leave without showing you how to do a mustache. It's really easy. I just drew like a little worm shape. It kind of looks like a comma. I did two together on a folded piece of paper. That way I have two that look symmetrical mustache, or they also make great eyebrows. Also want to show you this. I see a lot on these sugar skulls. A lot of people decorate their sugar skulls with these flowery organic shapes. And I just did mine by using the bottom of the paper where it's straight and then drawing some curvy lines. The bottom's really straight, but I want it to be curved like my skull. So I just curved it with my scissors, and that way it looks even with the bottom of the skull line. And then I did another one on the top. But these don't have to be flowery shapes. They can be anything, boys and girls. You can create your own shape even if you'd like. I decided to put one on the top and the bottom. So this is also adding more space to my skull so it doesn't have a lot of empty space or plain negative space. How about a bow tie? That would be really cool, or even a bow. I'm going to show you how I did this. It's really simple. Fold a piece of paper in half and then draw two diagonal lines going away from each other. And then connect them with a wavy line or a straight line or a zigzag line, however you want your bow tie to look. And then cut along the pencil line and then unfold, and you have that symmetrical trick again. And you have a symmetrical bow or a bow tie. These look so cute. How about adding a hat? Just took a piece of paper. I'm using the edge of the paper again for the top of the hat, and I'm drawing two diagonal lines going toward each other and then a curvy line to close it up. You could do a top hat like me. You could do a baseball hat. You can do a hat that doesn't have curvy sides, but it has straight sides, whatever you'd like. I decided to go with a tiny little top hat, and he looks so cute. Now, when you're done with all the decorations, you can add your glue in two different ways. You can glue the skull down first, or you can glue the eyes, nose, and mouth on your skull first, whatever you decide to do. But just add glue with your glue brush around the edges of your shapes. You don't have to put a lot of glue down the middle. Also, here's another tip. If you don't want your pencil lines to show, you can glue on the back of all your shapes, the back of the pencil line. That way they won't show. If you forget, you can always erase. So I did this one the opposite. For this one, I glued my face down, my eyes, nose, and mouth and decorations, and then I added my skull last. And then don't forget about your little spine. And you can decide to glue either side. If we folded it in half, I know, but it doesn't matter which side you glue down. And then when you're done with everything, make sure that everything stays in place. And as you're going, just kind of press everything down, hold it down, and then when you're done with everything, give it a big old back rub to make sure it stays. With all these little decorations, you can choose to put them on your face or in the background. I just love these, boys and girls. I had so much fun making these with you, and I can't wait to see the finished product.